Before we jump into today's stories, I want to give a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, RICKEY. RICKEY is a licensed financial professional with Freedom Equity Group. He specializes in life insurance and annuity solutions. He's currently licensed to help clients in the state of Washington and California. Whether you need term life insurance for affordable coverage or a permanent policy that builds cash value over time, RICKEY can walk you through the options and help find what works best for you and your budget. Now, if you want to grow your money for retirement, he offers annuity solutions to help you with planning ahead. You can get started today by reaching out to RICKEY. His contact information can be found on this screen or in the description box below.
Nè tu, phong mong lệ phong một chế lờ, chú có chữ lờ sư, nhà này cả nó này yo ở đây bên nhau hồng ya tua u có chữ luôn cho tay à.
Okay, nhà mà tua.
After years of chicken farming in Missouri, my parents finally stopped and moved away from that in 2022. They decided that their next thing would be the weed business, so they bought a farm in Oklahoma. This booming industry was very popular and is still very popular among Hmong folks in the Midwest. Because of the risks involved in this line of work, it's standard practice to have more than one person on site. Basically, the more people you have, the safer it is. During their first year at the farm, my dad's sister, or my aunt, was the one helping them on site. Shortly after the plants were in the ground, something came up that required her to return home for a weekend. That's when my parents asked me and my wife to come stay and help until my aunt returned. My wife and I weren't much help when we arrived at the farm since everything had just been planted and nothing was fully bloomed yet. But it gave us a chance to spend time with my parents and see how they ran the farm. The farm came with a small 3-bedroom house, which my dad and I sat out in front of that night.
Yellow, 我讲的高冷的，种别都。
Dad, I'm happy for you and Mom. Made a thing look.
哦，老好啊。老天的家全部这样做天个年儿里哦。
We sat facing the greenhouses where all the plants were kept. Since this was deep in the countryside, there weren't many lights except the ones that my parents had set up, pointed directly at the greenhouses. The glow from those lights bounced off the greenhouses and emitted a yellowish-orange hue.
Mom was telling me about your finances. 没对本的我那本钱多一天嘛。
倒是，要路多我到底永远我到天呢，去错天。
That's right, that's my dad. That's a good mindset to have. Here, cheers. Everything good at the farm so far? 青菜能配得饱？
那啊，青菜啊。个年他破杯鸟车大脑的去马去，但是嘛，因拿去到100%呀，这样的好热闹的，you know。
都，那你不知道红茶先好哦，我都看到条碟单那毛了。
Okay, thanks, Mom.
你曾经罗马人带哦，他去了我不大概不要想中怎么做错了带有呢。
It didn't take long for my wife to fall asleep. Maybe it was just a different place and environment, but unlike my wife, I had the hardest time falling asleep. I stared at the window and the yellowish-orange hue that was seeping through the curtain into the room.
Damn, who you're the day with dating on, she bought Nick's cause she love him. I wonder how Mom and Dad does it. It's okay, can you mind, you know that there.
I shut my eyes and tried to get some sleep. but I started getting this strange feeling of unease. My intuition was telling me that my wife and I were being watched. I opened my eyes and glanced at the window. Sure enough, it looked like there was someone standing outside of our bedroom window. The light that was bleeding through the curtain framed the outline of a figure. It was standing there by the window, perfectly still.
It's private property. Who the hell would be here at this time?
I got up slowly and lifted one corner of the curtain to peek.
What? There's no one.
I let go of the curtain and stepped back. The silhouette was still there. I turned around to wake up my wife.
Shella? Wake up.
What? Achina.
There's somebody in Nando.
Huh? Wait, you serious?
I looked back at the window, but the silhouette was gone.
The
moment we opened the bedroom door,
Shh.
my parents were standing right there in the hallway, waiting.
Gì? Nào bữa bữa cứ bỏ.
Chỉ mua chuyện, trong một bữa.
Chẳng có dấu luôn nè. Dòng lý muốn nên tôi nhà bê.
Nhà này trong một bữa mà. Chỉ mong chỉ trong chơi.
My mom pulled the doorknob and shut the door in our faces.
The heck?
I'm scared.
I looked out the window several times again, but didn't see anyone.
Your niên có halin đầu tê dấu chỉ mà chi. Lâu trong một bữa.
The next day, my wife stuck by my side like glue. She was scared to go anywhere alone. Judging from how my parents acted the previous night, it didn't seem like they wanted to talk about it. Still, I brought it up to my mom later that day.
Tao có chỉ khe lo ước địa chẳng nên trai. Tôi có bảo cái chế các chữ tôi bỏ đấy mà.但是真差得摸到话他这种拍了，我知道假的呗。
Did I believe her? Hell no. But it was our last night there. My wife and I were going to fly back home the next morning anyway, so I let it go. We came back home and my parents went on quietly making a sustainable living off the farm. What I experienced there that night was creepy, but it didn't bother me much afterwards, after I got back home. It was actually kind of exciting to have a ghost story to tell friends and family. Only, that wasn't the end of it. As of the time the story is being shared, just a few months ago, I got a call from my dad asking me and my wife to go because my aunt needed to leave for a few days again. We flew in and got picked up at the airport by my dad. We arrived at the farm in the late afternoon. Everything looked so different from how I remembered it 2 years ago when my wife and I last visited. Before we even went into the house, my dad was proudly showing us his big, tall plants.
Xong lo mà của chọn tông sông thích tiêu. Con nhớ tức sẽ tại em trả lời trình chỗ cho bố tí.
The blood-curdling scream came from the house. It was my mom, running toward us like a mad woman.
Chả na.
cũng bảo chúa tự trong chơi.
Nhịp có xe cho có một cơn trỏ rồi.
While my mom and wife were at the house cooking that night, I went out to help my dad hang up the plants in the greenhouse. As part of the dehydration process, we strung the plants upside down from lines that stretched across the ceiling. To shorten the dehydration time, my parents had set up several fans blowing at them nonstop. There were rows and rows of them. It felt similar to when you're inside a thick cornfield and all you see are the rows of corn.
Tú, có mà muốn cho nên là coi đây cho cả ta nó. Cụ chế tối cho bé lỡ cụ chế cho ấm một e làm gì.
Oh, Willie.
I slowly worked alone. As the fans rotated back and forth, the hanging plants swayed gently all around me. There wasn't much going through my head. I was just focused on finishing the task.
Tại sao bạn lại quay lại?
Hả? Gì? Yêu có lo?
No response.
Nên có một khổ tàn ấy.
I scanned my immediate surroundings, peering through the dense hanging plants, trying to see as much as I could into the neighboring aisles.
Chào tới chú bọn nâng yêu hôn tên ấy. Đại nó có bài tốt lên nó sân nào. There's no way he's back yet.
I walked a little further down the aisle, checking to see if I could spot anyone, but there was no one. I went back to where I left off and started hanging the plants again.
Tôi ghét tất cả các bạn.
Whoever said that couldn't have been more than 10 feet away in the direction behind me. I whipped around and pushed the hanging plants apart, getting a clear look into the next aisle where the speaking came from. Again, no one. It was getting pretty dark and I started to feel scared. I backed out of the greenhouse and ran back to the house. My dad had to finish the rest on his own that night.
Là nhà này chỉ tao luôn để nếu mà có tao học phá không mà. Học chỉ nói để nếu mà phụ hậu à.
My aunt's room was right next door to the guest bedroom that we stayed in last time. The windows of both rooms were right next to each other, less than 8 feet apart. However, I didn't mind. Anything was better than staying in the guest bedroom again. I took some comfort in seeing that the window in my aunt's room at least had a blackout curtain. No light could come through, so I didn't have to worry about seeing shadows and silhouettes at the window. I was sleeping when suddenly some noise woke me up. It was the sound of a tree branch banging up against the window.
Wait.
I remembered that the closest tree to the house was 20 yards away.
Tại sao bạn lại ở trong nhà tôi?
I heard it clear as day. It was definitely the voice I heard back at the greenhouse.
Tại sao bạn lại quay lại?
I don't know what it was saying, but I laid quietly and still. It kept tapping at the window. It was at least 30 minutes before it stopped, and I was able to finally fall back asleep. Early the next morning, my mom and dad were doing something outside of the house, near our bedroom window. I could hear them talking, and my mom was telling something to my dad.
Na mò thọ tôi thấy nhà này nó có cái về chuyện nó tuổi. Tí lo cũng bao số tiền nhà dùng tôi chỉ mình cả lo tôi hỗ ứng chị. Nó lo chọn câu tôi cũng ắt sai cả số ấy nó cha của cơn to lâu chỉ thành lo mà cũng chơi chín chơi. Nên cho tao đam tao mà hình thức tiền liệu. Hai hôm nay là chắc chỉ là nó. Hôm nay chỉ tôi lo xong mà cho cô chẳng chơi liệu.
I got up and joined them outside.
Mom, I heard you talking about a ghost. Có hay bảo tu đạo tiếng à?
She quickly looked around our surroundings and then proceeded with,
Tí tuổi tụi đã có bỏ sân nó phát trái ra mà. Tụi đã mà lo hề có gì vẽ phô bê hình chấp lối liệu.
Nó mô thọ cũng rất chỉ dễ bên hẹn tông bê lưu greenhouse. Cô pin nóng tiêu họ khai lưu. Cô tìm mong chưa cha chỉ bỏ nâng lý. Well, no, hello twice, and then I got scared. That's why I kill a Jaya.
Tụi có rồi mò.
Tụi lo hai lo nhà lá xưa mà.
Oh, yeah, now that you're saying that, it did sound like Lunella, huh?
Yeah.
Thôi mà, yếu tụi mà hình chấp lối nô. Cô cứ chế yên lo phó khẩu tay im mối mò. Hầu chỉ tàu dùng bự phó thay lên một đứa đại nhân tàu khẩu tay tốt tốt cho lọ đại tàu với khẩu tay nè.
Apparently, years before my parents bought the property, it used to be a chicken farm run by a Vietnamese guy and his wife who was white. The Vietnamese guy didn't get along with his brother-in-law. One day, they got into a heated dispute, and it ended up in the brother-in-law shooting and killing the Vietnamese guy. He died right outside the house, where the bedroom windows were. For those of you who fully understand and are fluent in Hmong, bear with me. But for the rest of you, let me share a valuable lesson. In Hmong, there are two ways to say the plural pronoun we, and they are not interchangeable. You can't just use whichever one you'd like because each one is number specific. The first way to say it is "u," which means we as in yourself and one other person. The second way to say it is "bei," which means we as in yourself and at least 2 other people. So, you might be wondering, MV Horror Tales, why are you bringing this up? Well, after reading this story that was submitted to me, I thought it would be good to share with those of you who didn't know, so you can avoid making the same mistake as this person. The story goes like this. This was back when I had my very first girlfriend. She lived 2 hours away in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Every weekend, I would drive to her place early in the morning and drive back home late at night, just so I could spend as much time with her as possible. Every time before leaving to come back home, she would walk me out to their front porch. We would hug, kiss, say our goodbyes, then I would drive back home. But on this night, I didn't want to leave. I missed her already, and the next weekend felt so far away. On the porch, we kept teasing and messing with each other just to stall for more time together.
I miss you so much. Would you summon Jay tonight?
Then don't. Just stay over.
No, I can't. My mom is gonna, tell about me if I don't go home.
She was pouting, which made it even harder for me to leave.
Fine, I guess I'll just have to take you home with me then. Jay.
I caught myself right away and quickly corrected myself.
I mean, Jay.
No, I've never been met a family before.
So, it don't matter. Stop
tickling me.
What was that?
What?
I thought I heard something.
There's nothing, silly.
Fine. I guess we gotta go home now.
I gave her one last hug before driving back. I got home around 1 a.m. and went straight to bed. If you were to stand at my bedroom door looking in, you'd see my full-sized bed pushed up against the far left corner. Next to my bed was a nightstand, then a basket of clothes, and then the closet. At the foot of my bed sat my computer desk. I fell asleep on the side of the bed that was closest to the nightstand. The right side of my bed remained unoccupied, leaving space between me and the wall. I laid flat on my back with my left arm by my side and my right arm over my chest. After probably only 30 minutes of falling asleep, I woke up with this strong feeling like someone was in the room with me. I kept my eyes closed and tried to go back to sleep. But the feeling only grew stronger. Subconsciously, I could feel a presence by my computer desk, staring at me. I felt this presence slowly inching over until it reached the foot of my bed. The mattress dipped, like someone had jumped onto the right side of my bed. I opened my eyes immediately. I didn't turn my head, but I quickly looked around with my eyes. It was empty where I felt the bed dip.
I know I felt something jump on the bed. It's late, I'm tired. As
soon as I closed my eyes, the hair on my right side of the body slowly raised up.
What is this feeling?
I opened my eyes and this time was going to fully turn my head and check the right side. Before I could even attempt to turn my head, I froze. A black figure rose from the right side of my bed, and it climbed on top of me. I could see the glint of its teeth as it grinned at me.
Shit, it's sleep paralysis. But what is this thing? What's it doing here? Fine, I guess I'll just have to take you home with me then. Là bé mong bị cố chế. Là bé mong bị cố chế. Oh, that's right. Fudge. Ah! Ah! Ah!
I fought it with all my strength and screamed as loud as I could, but the only thing that came out was what sounded like a constipated groan.
Ah!
At last, my right hand swung and hit the right side of the bed. Finally, I broke free. I kept the lights on for the rest of that night. The next day, I went on with my day like normal. It was just sleep paralysis, so I didn't tell my girlfriend or my parents about it. Came nighttime, I didn't think too much about it and went to sleep as normal. That night, I had one of the most vivid dreams. In that dream, the same black figure walked over and opened my closet door. It started tearing through my things and throwing out my clothes, like it was making space to hide. And then, the closet door slammed shut. The sound was so loud that it jolted me awake. I was relieved that it was only a dream though. I heard the paper bags in the closet crinkling.
Let me check just in case.
I looked over to the closet.
Huh?
The closet door was open. I was 100% sure I hadn't left it open. I stared at it in silence. One of my shirts came flying out, dropping right in front of me, like someone threw it from the closet. I launched myself out of bed and ran for the door. I started sleeping in the living room instead. After 2 days of it, my mom noticed, and she asked,
Chà có pin phân đã sai lòng na. Cha chỉ trong bữa lọ.
Hee about that. Thế giờ...
I told her about what I accidentally said at my girlfriend's place the past weekend, and the stuff that's been happening in my bedroom.
Nè. Hay có xấu lúc mong chỉ xấu à giờ. Rồi nó chỉ bảo bây giờ.
Yup, bảo là...
The next day after I got home from work,
Lo bé nó. Có xí xía có lọ bác của lo khả nó trâu.วันนี้ก็มัวขนาดเราจะเอาลูกจิกก่อนเด้อ
standing in front of my bedroom, my mom had already taped 2 branches onto the sides of my door. I assisted her with taping 2 additional Hmong wooden knives onto the corners of the door frame.
Okay. Mà lo có một bữa tao hỏi cái gì rồi à? Sao sáng hôm đó chỉ mới chưa?
There were no more strange dreams or issues after that, but I did become extremely careful. Whenever using the words or be, I make sure to use the correct one.
You have 2 new voice messages.
Dao, whatever do you or not? I wasn't done talking to you yet. At least give me a chance to explain myself.
Message marked for deletion. New message.
Dao, I don't know if you're going to listen to this. Dashi. Como ko blog on Facebook low. So I'm leaving you this voice message. I at least want to say my part. I've just been doing a lot of reflection, and I think it's best for me to work on myself and explore other options. I don't think we're compatible with each other. I hope you're able to find a nice girl who can love you more than you love them. Thank you for showing me that kind of love, but I think it's time for me to move on. You've been nothing but nice to me, so I hope...
Message marked for deletion. There are no new voice messages. Goodbye.
Well, all good things come to an end.
After my girlfriend of 6 months broke up with me, I felt like it was the end of the world. Not only because I loved her so much, but I didn't think that I was attractive enough to get anyone else as pretty as her. I lost a lot of joy in life. I lived day by day just trying to get through, which eventually led me to becoming stuck in this same mundane routine. Wake up, go to work, come home and play game, go to sleep. Wake up, go to work, come home and play game, go to sleep. Wake up, go to work, come home and play game, go to sleep. I was only 26, yet I felt so empty inside. I didn't know how I was going to do that for the rest of my life. One afternoon, as I was getting ready to leave work,
Dao, wait up.
it was my coworker Ging, who seemed to be heading out too. He jogged down the hall to catch up.
Come on, Jade, hello.
Yeah.
Let's walk out together then.
We chatted as we walked out of the building together.
Whoa, no way! You pulled a Charizard card? That's so lucky.
Heck yeah, I was so happy. I'm gonna send it in to get graded.
How do you even get your hands on those cards anymore?
If you go enough, you can start guessing when the store is gonna bring them out. Just be shameless and buy all of it.
Dang, save some for the kids, dude.
You know what? Screw those kids. I'm a kid too. Oh, that's my ride.
2 parking spaces away from my car was the blue sedan.
You're getting picked up today?
Yeah, 나 뭐에 고르카도아.
About that, I couldn't mean.
The window rolled down, and in the driver's seat was a stunning woman.
Is this King's girlfriend? It can't be. He said he didn't have one.
I watched her in slow motion as she lifted her sunglasses and set them on top of her head. I was so mesmerized by her beauty that I completely forgot Ging was still talking to me.
What are your thoughts? 그부가 타고 또 하루 택이나?
Yeah, for sure. Just send me your address.
Dang, hurry up. I don't got all day.
Okay, hold on.
다이어가 또 sister-lo?
Yeah, come over here. Dao, this is my sister Kalia. And Kalia, this is my coworker Dao. He'll be bringing me to work tomorrow.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice meeting you too.
Alright, Dao, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yep, see you, man. His sister is kinda cute.
I got home, and for the first time after the breakup, I didn't want to play games. I got my dinner and went outside to eat with nature. I kept thinking about Galia.
She is so my type.
Chào, cho các bạn luôn này rồi về cao tô là. Cái nào tại vì các bác cái sister rồi tại điện à? Cũng một vợ nữa.
Okay.
The next morning, I went to pick up Ging for work.
Thanks for picking me up, Dao.
While driving, I kept pondering whether to ask Ging for more information on his sister Galia, but I was too shy.
I'll help you with gas money until Guduralo fix school car. It should be all fixed up and running by the end of the week.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it. I got you. Just keep your money.
有一点无愁, thanks. Let me know if you do need it though. Or else you're more anything. Just ask me.
This is my chance. Yeah, it's all good. But hey, 그것도 sister 누구 single na?
Kalia? Yeah, no single ma. Why? You interested in her?
I don't know. Kinda. I think no pretty.
You, 你种得罪个真热的.
Well, you said if I needed help to ask. So, could you give me her number?
Yeah, Kusajo. Cause that's my sister. And you're my friend. Bro code, you know?
I replied half jokingly.
What? Bro code? But we're just co-workers.
Wow, is that all I am to you? 可是这题不一直梦的又不要。
We laughed it off, but really, I was waiting to receive Galia's phone number from him. Every afternoon, I timed it so Ging and I would leave work at the same time. That way, I could walk out with him and catch a glimpse of Galia when she came to pick him up. Over the next 2 days, whether it was picking Ging up in the mornings or just strolling past his desk, I would casually remind him about getting his sister's number.
Can I get Galia's number today?
No.
Gang, I think you want me as a brother-in-law.
No thanks. You're not getting her number.
The week ended fast. I got to see Galia a total of 4 times from her picking Ging up after work. Ging's car got fixed after that and he started coming into work by himself again. It didn't seem like I was going to ever get that phone number, which I was fine with, really. I at least felt like I was human again. I made accounts on dating apps and started messaging a few girls. I matched with a really pretty girl this one night. As I was typing a message to her, I got a call on my phone.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi, who is this?
this is Kalia.
Oh, hi. Hi, Galia. Sorry I didn't know it was you.
It's fine.
So what's up?
Nothing really. My brother just gave me your phone number and he said I should get to know you. He says you're a nice guy.
Your brother is correct.
I felt like my heart was about to burst out of my chest.
OMG, gang, my man. Yes, he really did this for me.
I looked down at my phone and saw that the dating app was still open. I deleted the message that I was drafting to that one girl, and I closed the app.
Galia, you have such a nice voice.
I do? You really think so?
Yeah, I really mean it.
We talked late into the night.
I should really go to sleep.
Yeah, it's really late. Can we talk again tomorrow?
Yeah, we can. You can call me around 8 or 8:30. That's usually when I get back from the gym.
Okay, got it. Good night.
Good night.
I really wanted to thank Ging in person at work the next day. However, he was in an all-day training with his team, so I didn't get the chance to.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
How was work today?
Work was good. Work is always exciting.
I could feel her sincerity in the way that she listened to me, and she didn't judge. I knew it was a bit too early to be having these thoughts, but the more we talked, the more I could see myself being with Galia. I almost wanted her to just be my girlfriend already, and it felt like she reciprocated those feelings too.
All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Okay. Remember to bring your water bottle tomorrow.
Yep, I will.
Okay, bye.
Now, are you heading to lunch with the team today?
I squinted my eyes and looked at the big ticking clock on the wall, acting like I was so deep in my work and had lost track of time.
No, y'all go ahead and have lunch without me. I have to finish this report for Brienne. I'll take my lunch in like an hour.
All right. Don't work too hard.
I won't.
The real reason why I stayed back was because I wanted to make a surprise call to Galia on her lunch break that day. I pushed back my break by an hour so it could line up exactly with Galia's. By the time I took my lunch, the rush in the cafeteria was already gone. Only a few people left, but they were all spread out. I went and sat in the furthest corner to avoid having anyone hear me sweet talk. I pulled out my phone. It sounded like the call was either immediately declined or her phone was turned off.
Dạ chị té phone này. Let me try again.
Hello?
She answered so quietly, it made me think she was still working.
Are you on your lunch break? What? What happened?
I pressed her name on the call log and called again.
Thank you for calling Northwest Claims. You've reached the direct number of Dao Moore. I am unable to take your call right now. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message. I will return your call as soon as I can.
At the tone, please record your message. When you are done, you may
What the
hang
hell?
up or press 1 for more options.
I pulled my phone away from my ear to make sure that it was Galia that I called. I confirmed several times that it was her.
Why is it ringing my work phone?
And then it dawned on me. I tapped her name and the phone number popped up on my screen. It was the landline number to the work phone sitting on my desk. Like so many people, I never even bothered to look closely at the phone number when she called me the very first time. I just saved it under her name.
What is going on?
Just then, my phone rings. Displayed on the screen, the caller, Galia. I answered but did not say a single word. The clock that hung on the wall right next to my desk. I could hear it ticking through the phone.
I like it better when you call me at night.
Galia, can you explain to me what's going on? Are you at my desk?
I've always been here. Watching you.
Make it stop! Make it stop! Make it stop! Ah!
电影哪儿有？
You need to chill. Tao cổ na thiên the parking lot sẽ có tổ chức chẳng
Tired of you in your broken ass car.
Buy me a new car then. Oh, 我讲不找我 car 怎样？你去么chill 讲呢
Who? Đang từ lúc car?
My friend, coworker Dao. Oh, you know what? He wanted your number.
Ew, you better not. I'm not interested in your crusty friends.
Chill, I wasn't going to anyways. You're too ugly for my friend anyways.
I know you ain't talking about me being ugly. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about that face.
Diss me then. If you diss me, you're dissing our dad. I look like our dad.
Please, you're adopted.
Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. Before you leave, I have a favor to ask. If you don't already know, Halloween is my favorite celebration. September and October are my months to just binge watch horror movies. The only problem with this year is I can't seem to find any movies that scare me anymore. So this is where I need your help. If you could, please recommend a really good horror movie to me and all the listeners here. I'm looking for the kind of movie that'll keep me awake at night or have me checking over my shoulders everywhere I go. By all means, feel free to drop a whole list if you have one. To make it fair, I'll start by sharing my own recommendation to you all. You ready? It is the South Korean film called R Point. It is one of my absolute favorites. I think I consider it a hidden gem because not a lot of people know about it, but they should. If you ever get the chance to watch it, or if you have already seen it, let me know what you think about it. Otherwise, I'll be really looking forward to seeing all your recommendations. I'll see you next time.